Okay, it's Sunday. It's time for another video, and this week's on Stump Grinding 2. I'm sorry I haven't gotten around to the Crown Vic. Still fixing the shop still, and did some repairs and finishing my cabinets and stuff, so hey. You know what, I only got 2 of these. And you saw in the beginning of the video, I showed you past sticker winners. Remember, there's one for Stump Grinding guys called Stump Grinding Mafia, if you should win. Then this is the old design. Basically, it's out of production. We still have these, and we still have these. Remember, if you're not learning something new every day, you must be dead. So if you're a winner, and you know the rules are in the description, all you have to do is make a comment on the video, a positive comment, be a subscriber, give it a like, and then the computer generates it the next Sunday morning when I'm making a video. Okay? It's open to anyone in the world. And if for some reason in the past, like in 30 days, further back than that, you never got a sticker and you were a winner, please send me a little message, and I'll double check, because the Postal Service, I can't say bad things, but let's say has more to be than desired. That's why I order a lot of my parts off of Amazon. If you don't get it or something's messed up, you go on Amazon, you talk to a virtual person by typing, bam, it's taken care of. eBay, I do a lot of ordering for them. eBay, it's back and forth and back and forth. I'm waiting on some Mustang parts, and I guess they're in La La Land, even though I have a postal tracking number. It says it's somewhere. What do you mean, tell me where? That's another story. Anyway, today we're talking about, I'm trying to give you all the leftover knowledge before I get out of the stump grinding business, all right? So if you're new to it, or even if you're in it, here's a couple of things. Should a stump grinding guy know anything about trees? And a lot of guys would say, wow, no, because you're just doing the stump. Well, you should know a lot about trees, or you should educate yourself on the trees that are in your area. For one reason, for yourself. If someone says, I say, what kind of tree do you have? Well, when they're calling me about it. Or the subcontractor, I'm coming in and say, what kind of tree is it? It's a pin oak. I know pin oaks can have quite a bit of roots. Or it's a silver maple. Oh God, it's going to have roots. Or certain trees like silver maples and certain red oaks. I'll get there, the contractor's making the last cut, and it's hollow in the middle, and it makes my life easier, and I'm going through it, okay? Or Bradford pear, whatever the trees of your region. Like, some of you guys live in the southern regions of the United States, where, you're even doing palm trees. You could be in California, where I've never ground a palm tree. Couldn't tell you what it's like. Pines, yes, and there's different species of pines. They grind differently. Some trees, like, I'll get a magnolia tree. They grind like butter. But you can get some big magnolias, you get there's, holy crap. There's so many roots here, it's like the size of 24 by 24 roots. And you gotta factor it in. If you got a big grinder, you'll be grinding on the outside, blasting them out, and you gotta tell your customer too, are you gonna do the landscaping at the end? Or are they gonna do the cleanup at the end? Grind and go, contractor cleanup, or homeowner cleanup, or you clean up. There's a lot of factors you have to figure out in your business, all right? In the very beginning, I did it all. I grounded, I cleaned it, I seeded it, I brought dirt, whatever. I did whatever a guy wanted. And as time went on, I built so many customers. I did so much subcontracting. That's his job. I grind and go. They even backfill the hole for me. So you got to know your little forte niche, what you want to do in this job, or in this world of stump grinding. Okay? Now, another thing is, the reason why you should know about trees, not just for yourself, to know what you're going to, it's for the homeowner. I got a bird outside knocking on the door. You can believe that crap. Anyway, here's the deal, homeowner. I'll give you an example. Homeowner goes, you get there, homeowner goes, my other tree's got roots all the way around it and stuff, and my lawnmower's hitting it. I want you to grind the tops of those roots off. Warning, okay? Don't just do it, all right? You need to know something. 10 feet from the trunk of the tree out, if that tree is going to be, you're just someone asking you to do roots and not the stump, type thing because the tree's still there. Don't do any closer than 10 feet. And even when you're doing that, warn the customer, this could kill the tree. I don't want to be held responsible. Do you still want me to do it? And if it's a funny customer, please get it in writing. Sometimes I get them with right, I don't care, grind it. If the tree dies, it dies. Sometimes I say, I really don't want to do that. I don't want to be responsible, you know. I've had one job before to where the house is here, the tree's here, and it's boomeranging over the house. They want me to grind the roots that are on the surface over here on the other side. I know all the way to that tree sitting over that house. Am I going to be crazy enough to grind all those roots so that that tree could come up in the storm and come up, fall on that house, and later on and say, I never said that. So beware, okay? Roots on a live tree, typically stay 10 feet away from them, from the trunk, and you can be safe, but always tell the customer, this could kill the tree, okay? And I don't want to be held responsible. Please, on my receipt, I'll do it. On the receipt, I'll put a little sentence in there, would you sign it? If they agree to do that, fine, okay? And you're going to say that you're not held responsible. That's one aspect of knowing about trees. Next thing is, you go to a yard, you don't want to look like an idiot, all right? Know what trees are all around you, in your area. And because you got to be prepared for this. You're grinding a stump. The contractor's gone. The homeowner comes to you and goes, what do you think about my other trees? Now, you could BS your way through it, or you could do this. Since you're subcontracting for a lot of guys, you know who's good and who's an arborist, right? You could say, well, ma'am, I primarily do stumps. But for that stuff you're talking there, I could send you an arborist over here who'll come out here most likely for free. I'll give you his phone number. You can call him, or I'll text him to come call you. And he could give you some particular advice about the trees. That's one way out of it, okay? So now you're a very smart guy. And you read the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. You danced all the way around it. You made them feel good, okay? You don't want to say, well, I don't know. All I do is stumps. No, then you kind of look like an idiot, okay? So, read up about trees, know about trees in the area. I also want you to do this. I want you to know how tree guys work, good companies, right? I want you to know what equipment they bring. I want you to know about their saws. I want you to know if it's a craning company. I want you to know all the aspects of the tree industry itself. Just makes you a better stump grinder too. Because you know time-wise, you go, hey, I'm gonna have this tree down by whatever time. You know that you gotta wait for them to pull equipment out of the way, things like that. So, you know, I've had some very arrogant guys in the past that say, you know, well, you know, that guy was supposed to have all the equipment out of the way. In the tree business, the guy tells you to be down by noon. You might be down by 1 or 2. You may have ran into something, okay? Something was maybe difficult to drop, bring down, or to clean up, something happened. Just like you as a stump grinder, okay? You can't be at exact time to the next place. You have to give yourself variances. I'll be there in the morning from, you know, kind of like movers do, from 9 to noon or from noon to 3, because you may go to a stump. Tree guy says, it's not that bad. Get there and you're like, oh my God, this is gigantic. Oh my God, there's roots everywhere. Oh, hell, I gotta go around this, around, up a bed, up around, you know. So allow yourself time between jobs, all right? And know what you're going to. Ask the guy honestly, your subcontractor, your contractor. Ask them honestly what you're looking at. Is it bad? Is it complicated? Do I need to bring plywood? What's the gate? I got a straight through shot? Is there an angle? Little technical tips you need to ask on the phone because they won't tell you. All right, I'll make another video about some negative stuff about being a subcontractor for tree guys. And it's not to say not to do it, but I'll tell you some pressures. And I even now, as long as I've been grinding, I get a little bit of anxiety attacks now because I get a little frustrated with some guys. They don't tell you, they didn't lie to me, they give me half-truths. That's what I call it. All right, so you need to know about trees for that reason. For yourself, to know what you're going to. Another reason about trees you need to know. Different species of trees grow deeper in the ground, or grow wider, or stay stay basically in a certain area. You know, they don't have much surface roots. And some have a tap root, they go deeper. You need to know these things about trees because, you know, when you go to a homeowner and they're going to grind, or the tree guy wants you to grind, you have to ask them, what do you want out of this? Do you want a 6 to 12 inch grind, or this is a deep grind? You need to ask these questions. There's no need in blasting to China on every stump. Right? I'm not saying grind it this deep. I'm saying grind them this deep. You ask, is there just a lawn going back in? If it's just a lawn, you don't have to go to China, okay? And you have to ask, are they putting in a driveway? Does it need to be deep for footing? You gotta ask these things. And then you know different species of trees grow deeper. Some grow shallower, okay? So these are just little questions you need to know about the industry, and it'll come to you. As you start grinding, you'll know, hey, this tree grind like 5 minutes. You know, like, good Lord, this tree beat me, you know. So that's a couple of things. If you've got any questions on this, send me an email or put it in a comment. I'll try to answer it for you as best as I can. I'm always here. I'm late sometimes responding because I come in, I'm tired. All I come in at night, I try to answer them all early in the morning before I go get up and exercise and start my day. So I can only do so much of that little window of waking up and answering your texts and stuff. Otherwise, let me think of anything else that you need to know. Yes, it's very simple to become an arborist. Now that doesn't mean you're going to be fresh off of a tree, but the knowledge of being an arborist, you can get that information. It's ISA. It's an international organization for arborists. And you can Google it and you can order books. The same books these guys get certified on, you can do it. But there are some little clauses of becoming a certified arborist. They have requirements of being in the industry. I never got it. I was going to do it to expand in my business too, because if you're a stump grinder and an arborist, you can double tap. Advertise yourself that way. I didn't have to. I had too much business to start with. But that's just another plus you could put on your business card or something like that, you went, you got certified. I am an arborist. And that helps you, I know plenty of tree guys that are not certified arborists, but they're fantastic tree guys. Fantastic, okay? They've been doing it a long time where they learn from the right guy. And there's a whole lot of hacks out there too, Remember, you go to a customer, don't talk bad about the subcontractor that sent you there. Do your best to avoid ever talking bad about the guy that sent you to the job. You could always say, sorry man, my expertise is just stumps. I can't really tell you about your trees. I can tell you what they are, but as far as properly pruning them or cutting them or whatever, that part I'll leave up to the tree company. I myself am a professional stump grinder. That's one way out of it, okay? Anyway, to all you guys that give me a good thumbs up, like, comments, and all that stuff, God bless you. I want you to be safe out there. I want you to have a great weekend. And so learn something about the trees in your area, okay? Very simple to do. Another thing you do, go to the Lowe's, go to the Home Depot, go to the nurseries around your area, find out what trees they're pushing, because it tends to go in phases. Years ago, it was all the new developments put Bradford pears because they're fast-growing trees and they flower. Then before that, it was silver maples, and then it's now it's Chinese pistache in the front. So it goes in waves, what these companies bring in and what the growers grow. So hey, hunt around, learn a little bit, get some general knowledge of the whole industry. It'll help you out a ton. Anyway, once again, God bless you. See you on the next one.